Salut, c'est Asaf Avidan sur le Mensuel.
My life is like a wound. I scratch so I can bleed. Regurgitate my words. I write so I can feed.
It was a girl's fault. It's always a girl's fault. No. Always in my life I try to find some way to express myself artistically, and very early I went to cinema school and then to animation school, and I was an animator, and I really loved the visual arts. And I had a girlfriend for about 6 years, and we split up very badly, and it changed everything. It kind of, all my life fell apart, and I left animation for a while, and I couldn't work, and I left my apartment, and like it was this really cliche kind of hard breakup, and it got me thinking that I don't really enjoy filmmaking anymore, because it took months and months and months. As an animator, it takes almost a year. And when I found music, I found that I had this immediate outlet of everything. It was, I could condense all these feelings that were out, and I pressed them through my vocal cords, and they were out there in the world in a second. So I fell in love with music. I fell out of love with that and fell in love with music. I learned to play and to sing by myself. I mean, I didn't really learn. I taught myself some chords enough. It was always about the combination. It was always, I wouldn't ever picked up a guitar or piano if I didn't need to write the songs, and I would never sing another person's song. So the combination between the two, the fact that I found this therapy in writing something and then letting it out. It's like an internal process and then an outsourcing of that. So it's always the combination between the two, and it always has been. The beauty about songwriting, it's an abstract art. It's not like a prose. It's not a narrative that you have to go step by step, and you can find things that you wouldn't have found otherwise in yourself. So you write a personal thing, but you suddenly find yourself reaching deeper than you imagined you would go, and you find out something about yourself. Death, love, life. It's philosophical in the sense that I'm trying to understand what I'm going through, but it's a universal question about what do I do with the time I'm here, and why is it worthwhile. So it can be a song about a relationship, but at the end of the day, it's really about death. I'm sorry I'm morbid. I was going in Paris, and I was driving around from one interview to another meeting or something, and nobody told me about it, and suddenly they took me to Saint-Lazare, the big square, and there's a big Fnac store there, and they put this huge fucking poster of my face there, and it was a surreal moment to understand that. And there's like pre-sale of the album already, and just to understand that the irony of something so personal that's being accepted or being absorbed by so many other people is just, it's still surreal. It's still a mystery to me why people relate to it. So I'm feeling excited about it, but I'm feeling a bit, it's like voyeurism. It's to show yourself naked. I mean, they can love you or hate you, and you're very exposed. And I hope I don't get stoned, you know. I didn't realize it's unique or different until I started performing in front of people. When I was writing the songs for myself, it was that therapy. It was, I needed to feel those feelings that I was writing, so I needed to let it out somehow, and I needed it to be physically difficult, like cutting yourself. I needed to feel that. I've said this a couple of times today, but I like this metaphor that when I'm talking to you guys right now, there's 100 barriers between us, and this is my voice when I talk, but I confine it to something, so it would be in the confinement of manners and what's appropriate, but there's millions of things going on inside, and when I sing, I kind of open that and I let the barriers go away, and the wide spectrum of feelings get condensed into one kind of thing, and they come out, and that's the voice. So it comes out naturally that way.
Oh baby, we'll be old and think of all the stories that we could have told. One day, baby, we'll be old. Oh baby, we'll be old and think of all the stories that we could have told. I said one day, baby, we'll be old. Oh baby, we'll be old and think of all the stories that we could have told. I said one day, baby, we'll be old. Oh baby, we'll be old. Oh baby, we'll be old. So baby, we'll be old. Oh baby, we'll be old. So baby, we'll be old. So baby, we'll be old. Baby, we'll be old.
The current theme about it, I think is hope, and the break of hope, and the need to give hope a rebirth, and then having that break. I don't think I changed the style of music. I think I needed to portray different things in myself, and the same colors that it's like an artist painting with only one spectrum of the palette. And that was nice. I mean, with the Mojos, I did this kind of generic old school rock, blues, folk. And I realized that to let out more emotions, not just relive the same emotions over and over, I needed a different kind of color. I needed a different kind of tool. Not right now. I mean, we're all good friends, and we meet very often, and we drink and stuff, but we don't plan on playing together. They have their own solo stuff, and I'm enjoying my solo time right now. I think it would happen eventually, but not right now. I'll be in Nice and Marseille, in the south of France, actually, in April.
Stories that we could have told.